My name is Sally Axford, and as you can see, we are in a bit of a studio space today because we're actually kicking off a series of videos to celebrate our new launch of the Master Radiance base. So if you're wondering what Master Radiance base is, it's actually evolved from a mistake, and it was a very happy mistake because Rosemary was actually thinking that she was using Uncover Up in number 22 on a customer, but she actually had Master Mixer in her hand, so it kind of gives you an idea of where this name came from. And she put it on the customer's skin, and everyone was blown away by the results. It actually gave her this amazing kind of candlelit glow, and so Rosemary wanted to create a product that really kind of had that finish to it but could be used in different ways. Master Radiance base comes in two shades. You've got rich and deep, and I'm going to be showing you how I like to use them on two different models today to kick off a 5-video series on this amazing new product. So I'm here with my lovely model Denise, and on Denise I'm actually going to be showing you how to use the Master Radiance base by itself. So this will be perfect for those of you that want to just have a little bit of skin evening. You want to kind of create a filter on the skin without putting too much product on. So this is what we're going to achieve today by just doing a nice beautiful wash over Denise's skin, and you'll really see how amazing this product is just by itself. So I'm going to be using the deep shade on Denise today, and this one has a beautiful kind of auburn tone, and then it's just going to kind of enhance the skin tone really beautifully and even things out. As you can see, the formula is quite whipped, so it's not really like the Master Mixer in how hard that product is. The beauty of this one is that it's actually got a little bit more skincare benefits. So you don't have as much coconut oil, but there's a base of jojoba. So that's a really beautiful oil to use on the skin because it has a very similar chemical makeup to what we actually have in our skin naturally. So your body just recognizes it and it sinks in really beautifully, so you're not left with an oiliness on the skin. You've also got chia seed oil, so it's really high in omega-3 fatty acids. And then you've also got meadow foam seed oil for a little bit more of an emollient kind of finish. There's light reflecting particles, and you'll see those in action when I apply it to Denise today. So with the applicator that comes with the product, I'm actually going to get a little bit out and put it on the back of my hand so I have a bit to work with. And then I'm actually going to use my skin to skin foundation brush just to buff it into the skin really vigorously. As you know I like to do, because that's the best way to thin the product out, so you just get pigment on the skin. So I'm going to start with the kind of outer area of Denise's face. I don't want too much product through the T-zone because that's generally where people get a little bit oilier. And I'm going to take it down the neck as well because it's really beautiful on the body, almost like a moisturizer and an illuminizer in one. So you know I always say that if you have anything glowy on the face, you need to match it with the body as well. And Denise has a naturally really glowy skin, so on her I'd probably do a little bit more powdering through the T-zone than I would on everybody. But it's just going to kind of make sure that you have this beautiful kind of satin finish through the T, and then more of your glow through the outside of the face. So that's it by itself on Denise's skin. She has naturally beautiful radiant skin, and so just to enhance the different change in texture between the Master Radiance base and the center of the face, I have added a little bit of the tinted unpowder in number 3 to 4. It's just given her more of a satin finish, and it's really highlighted the high points of her face. It's just perfect kind of weekend skin where you want more skincare rather than a full face of makeup, and so it's given you both the luminosity of makeup, but then it's also giving you this beautiful kind of treatment to your skin with all of the beautiful oils in it. The second use of Master Radiance base is using it as a base underneath your Uncover Up or your Uncover Up cream foundation. So I'm going to be showing you both ways now. I'm going to do half and half on Denise's face, and she's just got the Master Radiance base on in deep now with no powder down the center. So we're going to be just adding in a nice kind of thin layer of the Uncover Up. This is number 77. I'm going to be starting through the T-zone on Denise as well because she doesn't really need a lot of coverage around the outside of the face. As you can see, I've done this half of Denise's face with Uncover Up on top of the Master Radiance base in deep, and it's just given her a little bit more luminosity than you'd find normally with the Uncover Up by itself. And I'm going to be doing Uncover Up cream foundation on this side so you can just see the difference in coverage and what it looks like with that glow underneath it. So I've got the shade 77 here, same as this side. It's just going to give her a little bit more coverage, but that glow will still come through. So that is Master Radiance base underneath Uncover Up the original on this side, and then Uncover Up cream foundation on this side on Denise. I think she looks amazing. Her skin looks really beautiful and radiant, but she doesn't look too shiny either. So this might be the way that those of you want to wear it who don't really like a really shiny kind of complexion. It's more for giving you the satin glow to your skin, almost like a filter. Boom! Instagram relevant. I'm here now with my beautiful model Sophie, who is my second model of the Master Radiance Base series, and I'm going to be showing you the colour Rich, which is the more rose gold, a little bit lighter tone, so a little bit more similar to your Master Mixer. The third way we like to use the Master Radiance Base is actually mixed in with your foundation, so either with Uncover Up or Uncover Up Cream Foundation, and what that will do is it will dilute the coverage of your Uncover Up a little bit, and it will give you more of this kind of tinted moisturiser finish. And the light reflecting pearls in the Master Radiance Base will actually bounce light off the skin, so you'll get this beautiful diffused finish to the skin without necessarily needing as much coverage as you normally use. So applying Master Radiance Base to the back of my hand with the applicator that it comes with, I've got my Skin to Skin foundation brush and my number 22 in the original Uncover Up. And just on the back of my hand, I'm actually going to mix the two together with my brush. So it's kind of, you're cocktailing your own product basically, and you can kind of amp up the glow if you want to on days where you want a little bit more shine. Good, it's good. And that is Uncover Up mixed with the Master Radiance Base in Rich on this half of Sophie's face. You can see it's just given her this beautiful kind of luminous, almost tinted moisturiser finish. If you consider the foundations on their own as a foundation and then mixed with the Master Radiance Base as a tinted moisturiser, kind of gives you the right idea of what it looks like on the skin. On this side of the face, I'm going to be applying the Uncover Up Cream Foundation in number 22 as well, but mixed in with the Master Radiance Base also. And there you have Uncover Up Cream Foundation mixed with the Master Radiance Base on this half of Sophie's face. And I love that it has sheared that product out a little bit more, and it has added such a beautiful glow to it. But then you can kind of then go in with it by itself just to build up any coverage in places that you need it. Now, as we know, Uncover Up technically is also a concealer. I'm actually going to mix it with a little bit of the Master Radiance Base just for under the eye. And I like doing this because I used to do it with the Master Mixer because I learned it from Rosemary. And she'd just mix it too because it'll give you a little bit of a nice rose gold peachy reflection under the eye where you're blue. Just look up for me, Sophie. And it will almost create this really glossy, beautiful concealer under there, all while reflecting light off the inner corner of the eye. The fourth and final use of the Master Radiance Base is as a highlighter. Now, I've just done a little full face for Sophie here, and I'm going to be applying it as I would if I was applying a liquid or cream highlighter on her. So cheekbones, a little bit on the eyelid is really beautiful as well, a little bit on the lip just to kind of amp up the glow of her lipstick, and then she'll be ready to go out in the town. That's it, that's good. And that is the Master Radiance Base in Rich as a highlighter. We hope you've enjoyed your first taste of the Master Radiance Base in Rich and Deeps.